it's Ryan from 2minutetennis.net, and in this video, I'm going to help you learn how to hit an on-the-rise forehand so you can play much better tennis. Now, this video is courtesy of Essential Tennis. Please give them a follow. Their link is in the description below. So this shot right here, look at that shot right there that John Isner just hit. If you are not hitting on-the-rise forehands, you are not going to play your best tennis. So what is an on-the-rise forehand? It's typically when the ball lands very deep. So you can see where this is Sam Querrey on the other side, and his ball is going to land very near the baseline, very close to the baseline. Now, this is typically when you see amateur players move back. They're like, well, the ball was so deep, I had to move back. Well, that's actually a reason to hold your ground. And the reason you want to hold the ground is look how high this ball is going over the net. If you back up, when the ball bounces, it's then going to bounce back up again. So if you back up, that's when the ball bounces up over your head. So you need to learn how to hit the ball right after the bounce. In fact, let's set a timer here for when the ball bounces and how long it takes John then to hit the ball. So he's hitting the ball 1600ths of a second after the bounce. Right? So why do we want to know that? Because you want to hit the ball like this. I'm going to clap, right? You're going to hear me clap. The first clap is the ball bouncing. The second clap is the ball being hit. That's how long it takes between the bounce and the hit. Watch it in regular motion. Well, yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look how relaxed, though, he is. You need to learn how to hit the ball off the rise. Now, how do you do this? Well, first, you've got to get the racket back early. So look, as soon as the ball comes off Sam Querrey's racket, Isner gets his racket back early. So many amateur players, recreational players, I see, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way because I'm an amateur tennis player too. But what I mean by that is as a coach, I see recreational players waiting for the ball to bounce. And then when the ball bounces, that's when they begin taking the racket back. You don't want to wait for the ball to bounce. It's like waiting for the sun to rise to get out of bed. What if you got to be somewhere early and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for the sun to rise so I can finally get out of bed. The sun rises every morning, but we don't base anything on it. Just like the ball bouncing. The ball's going to bounce, but don't base anything you do on the timing of the bounce. Because sometimes the ball bounces up there, sometimes it's here, sometimes the bounce is way back here. So you don't worry about the time the ball bounces, you worry about when you need to hit the ball. That's what matters. So you can see John Isner taking his racket back early. So he takes the racket back early. That's the beauty, by the way, of leaving your house early for work. You get to take your time and look relaxed. Look how relaxed he is on the rise. It's like he's swinging in slow motion. Why? Because he left early. He gets to take his time. Now, here's the key. You want to move your racket down as the ball is going down. You don't want your racket to stay up here and the ball go down to the ground. That's too late. Then the ball bounces up and your racket's like, oh no! And then remember that clock I put up? All of a sudden that clock is not going to be 0.16 seconds. You're then going to be forced to move back and you're going to hit the ball a second and a half after it bounces. That's not what you want. Watch how his racket is going down with the ball. Look at this. This is so cool. So I'm going to draw a straight line across. There's the ball, right? The ball is right there. Now watch. He's going down with the ball. Look at this. This is so cool. From the camera's view, he's going down with the ball. You want to drop your racket with the ball. That means all you have to do after the ball bounces is go to the ball from the lowest point of the swing or the drop in the back. Notice his strings are facing to the ground. That means his strings will then face forward when he hits the ball. And then he swings up. Look how high he swings. So he's going up. He's lifting this ball back up over the net. You have to learn how to hold your ground against a deep ball. This ball is landing within a foot from the baseline, or about a foot from the baseline. Most amateur players, recreational players, I see, they back up and they panic in this situation. You don't need to panic. What you need to do is get the racket back early, then drop your racket down with the ball so you can hit the ball right after the bounce. Again, it's bounce, hit. You should really just practice clapping and then listening to that clap. Watch it again. Let's watch it in full speed here. Boom, boom. Watch it again. Boom, boom. That's how quick it happens. But notice he's not swinging fast. The key to this is to swing early. So when you see that your opponent's ball is going to land deep, please don't back up. Hold your ground and just turn early, drop down with the ball so you can hit the ball smoothly, but right after the bounce, you can see he swings up over the shoulder. If you get your racket back early and learn to take the ball off the rise like John Isner, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2MinuteTennis.net. You got this.